Are you looking for a practically foolproof plant? One that is beautiful, supports wildlife, is native, grows almost anywhere, perennial, comes back every year. Yeah, I'm always looking for those too. And when I find one, I like to share it with you. So today we're going to talk about this Verbena stricta, because this is one of those plants. So this is Verbena stricta, common name, Hoary Vervain. This is one tough plant. I have it in a couple of places uh, that aren't in full sun, but it prefers that. This plant is deer and rabbit and woodchuck resistant. I have a lot of issues with voles in the garden. I haven't really had an issue with voles. Um, there's a similar plant if you have a wet area, because this won't really grow in a wet area, is Verbena hestata, I believe. They call it blue vervain, and that'll take a wetter area, and it doesn't like to be dry. This is a plant that'll grow in hot, dry, gravelly area. A really tough plant. Now this plant blooms from the bottom up, so you can see all these little seeds here. Well, that was all flowers, and it goes all the way up, and it's still going to bloom quite a bit more. Down near the base, it branched quite a bit. When it first started blooming, it was really beautiful. So this plant is native to most of North America, according to Bonap. The only places that it doesn't grow is right along the west coast and Florida, I think Louisiana and South Carolina. Don't have it on Bonap as on their map as native area, but it's native to most of the United States. It's very easy from seed. It makes a lot of seeds. Uh, Once they dry out, they're easy to harvest. I find that it's best if you winter sow them. So I sow them in little packs, leave them out all winter. They like to be near the surface of the soil. I believe they like light to germinate. Once they germinate, they're pretty easy to see, and they grow pretty well. And sometimes you'll get some to bloom the very first year. Now, these plants here have been in now, I put them in last fall, so they're in a whole year. And they bloomed beautifully this year. They're really past their peak now, but you can still see they're pretty. Lots of bumblebees, lots of butterflies, lots of pollinators. It's a really good plant. One thing I found with this plant, it doesn't compete well. So I have it in a few places where other plants have grown up around it, and it survives. I've had it for a couple of years there, but kind of scraggly, not too many flowers, not too many plants survive. Supposedly, it's a short-lived plant. Now, I've seen on other videos where it only lives for 3 years. That being said, uh, I've had some of these in for a little more than that, and they're still going. Now, whether or not they come back next year, I don't know. But they reseed somewhat, and I start some new ones from seed every year. So I'm always finding a new place to put them. This spot I can keep clean from other plants. Don't let it have too much competition. So hopefully I can keep them here for a few years. The other thing that I like about this plant is all those seeds fall to the ground, and in the fall, when all our fall sparrows show up for the winter, they feast on these things. White-throated sparrow, white-crowned sparrows, juncos, of course all our song sparrows. So this also helps the birds. There are a couple of bees that are specialists on verbena, and they will like this one. And it is host plant to a couple of moths. And those moths lay eggs, and they become caterpillars, so they feed the summer birds. So this is a good all-around plant. Very hardy, easy to grow from seed. You don't need to water it. You don't need to protect it from deer and rabbits. This is one of those plants that is kind of a foolproof plant. If you have some sun and your soil's pretty well drained, not too moist, you'll do great with this plant. Verbena stricta. You ought to give this one a shot. If you like these videos, let me know. Hit like and subscribe. Give me some comments. Have you grown this plant? Have you grown any of the other verbenas? I have 4 verbenas in this garden. One day we'll put them all together and I'll talk about them. But this one right here is a good one, Verbena stricta. So these are Verbena stricta seeds. And as you can see, they are tiny. We'll do a little close-up. So that being said, they need to have sunlight to germinate. So there's two things you need to do. You need to plant them in the winter and let them winter over outside, or give them stratification in the refrigerator for at least 60 days, I believe, on the verbena. And then you do not want to cover those seeds with soil when you plant them, because they need light to germinate because they're so tiny. I'll put a photograph in it, you'll see it better. So that's two things to remember about the seeds. And then in the spring, the seedlings look like this. So these actually should have been transplanted, I don't know, a month ago at least. But I can put them in the garden now. They'll be fine. Deer and rabbits won't eat them. There's very few insects that'll eat them. So they should be fine. So I'm going to be planting those soon. So that's what you need to know about growing Verbena stricta, Hoary Vervain from seed. Easy, easy. They germinate right away, after that 60-day or more period of cold. But a good percentage of them will come up. And the seed is very tiny.